Infield single by Horseshoe. Hernandez moves up 90 feet to second. Horseshoe's at first. Morford steps in. Catcher here for the Rough Riders. Third hitter in the lineup is the Mustangs yet to get an out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Morford squares the bunt, stabs at it, fouls it off right side. Bo Frisbee charging it in on the grass. Aaron Anderson holding and staying back for what likely will be a force-out attempt if the bunt's bunted hard enough right side, or if Hernandez is able to get off the mound and cover that left side, get the force. And a lead runner in Ray Hernandez at second. Pickoff play working up the middle. Fitzsimmons not able to come up with the baseball, but Nick Garver, the center fielder for the Mustangs, doing a good job backing up. Runners have to stay put. A couple of these Mustangs a little bit under the weather. It'll be interesting to see how they hold up here this afternoon. Quite a few of them with flu symptoms. As the 0-1 pitch misses, ball one. Count evens up on McMore for 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs going in order in the top half of the first. 1, 2, 3. As we set bottom of the first, no outs. Runners at first and second. The hitter stabs at the baseball. And in stabbing at the baseball, ball gets away from Fluke. Frisbee picks it up, throws to second, and goes out to center field and on the air. Rough Riders are going to collect their first run. Not typical of the Mustangs to throw the baseball around as they do it again here. And everybody moves up 90 feet without Mustangs just not able to play catch flat out. The runner stabbed, this batter stabbed at the baseball in a bunt attempt. It hits Justin Fluke's shin guard. He was unaware as to where the baseball was. Cole Frisbee picked it up. The runner was a little bit delayed in going from first to second. Frisbee's throw went to center field, which allowed the runner from third to score in Hernandez. And then on the simple throw back from Fitzsimmons to the pitcher Mendez, the baseball gets away, and the base runner, Horseshoe, moves up from second to third, and the Roosevelt Rough Riders already would now, with the run across, have a runner 90 foot away, and the Mustangs still have no outs.
Platte Valley Hearing Center at 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan is getting your hearing to its very best.
Mustangs struggling here early. 190 feet away, scoring position. Horseshoe down the line for the Rough Riders. Mendez will work from the stretch. As the first pitch, that's the first pitch. 1-2 pitch misses, ball 2. Mustangs got me a little bit messed up here with snowball fight as 2-2 pitch hit sharply left side, fielded by Anderson. He does well to check the runner, then throw across to first for the first out this inning.
1 out. Now batting.
Runner has to stay put at third.
Well, Jalen Davenport.
Davenport steps in for the Rough Riders. After the first out here in the inning, the runner stays put at third after Anderson does a good job getting dirty, makes the play, gets the out. Mendez winds up. The 0 pitch misses the fastball inside. Good height and elevation, just missed a little bit in as counts 1 ball, no strikes. Jalen Davenport for the Rough Riders with Daniel Quintana, pitcher on deck. The 1-0 pitch fouled straight back off the screen. The count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Bottom of the first inning, the Rough Riders with the run across. Mustangs not helping themselves. Runs scoring here on airs. Runner 90 feet away, moving up. 2 errors this inning by the Mustangs. The 0-1 pitch, 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball, called a strike. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed hitting Jalen Davenport. Mendez quick to get the sign from Justin Fluke. Winds up the right-hander's pitch. A fastball up in the zone. Misses, and the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mustangs likely to concede the run here with the runner at third. Middle part of the infield, and first baseman Frisbee playing back. As Mendez gets the sign, set to deliver the 1-2 pitch. 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. Mendez helps himself, gets the strikeout, the second out this inning.
Now batting, pitcher number 7, Daniel Quintana.
Quintana steps in, the pitcher looking to help his cause. Team's already helped themselves by getting the run, a nasty breaking ball. Swung on wildly by Quintana. The count's no balls, 1 strike. I don't know if I've seen a swing as bad this year as Quintana drastically fooled there on that breaking pitch by Mendez. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball laid on it to right field. Frick on the run, coming in. Calls off the second baseman, Hernandez, for the grab. That'll do it in the first. But not before the Rough Riders score 1. The Mustangs, 2 errors. Rough Riders leave a runner on, but not before scoring 1. Roosevelt 1, Fort Morgan 0. We head to the top of the second. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Braden Schneider back here, Fort Morgan baseball on a Saturday afternoon. The Mustangs went in order in the top half of the first. Aaron Anderson, the cleanup batter, will lead things off for the Mustangs this afternoon. The left-handed swinging bat is Anderson. Mustangs shooting themselves in the foot a little bit in the bottom half of that first inning. 2 errors leading to a run. Mendez able to work out of the jam, leaving that runner stranded at third as the Mustangs now have to answer and trail here early 1-0. Anderson steps in, the right-hander Quintana, first pitch swinging. Aaron fouls it off. Wind's picked up here since the game's begun, blowing from home plate down the left field line. This is short enough porch. Aaron Anderson's proven he can hit the ball out of the yard. And the left-handed bat for the Mustangs set to receive the 0-1 pitch. A curveball comes up empty on the swing. Anderson's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. A little bit out in front of that curveball. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Aaron Anderson, playing third base for the Mustangs this afternoon as Daniel Quintana winds up. His 0-2 pitch, a fastball high and outside. Good 0-2 miss. As the count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Aaron Anderson. Nick Garver, the Mustang center fielder, is on deck. 1-2 pitch. Again, a breaking ball. Anderson does a good job here to go the other way, but it's right at the left fielder. He makes the catch. That'll be the first out. Or the fly ball to left field.
1 out. Now batting, center fielder, number 5, Nick Garver.
Nick Garver steps in. Garver moving up from usually a 6th spot in the lineup to 5th here this afternoon. Number 5 on his back, 5th in the lineup. Out in center field is Garver. Is thought about maybe bunting for a base hit. Instead pulls back. The pitch is called for a strike. As Quintana has been in the zone all afternoon, the 0-1 pitch. Garver takes the breaking ball down in the zone. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count on Nick Garver. Third baseman in on the grass for Roosevelt. First baseman's playing back. 1-1 pitch. Up in the zone. A fastball misses. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count to Nick Garver. Cole Frisbee being dropped in the lineup here this afternoon. Now bats 6th. He's on deck. As Garver's 2-1 pitch. Fouled off straight back. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Follow us all season long on B106, B106.com. Click on the appropriate Mustang link. We enter everything electronically with the ESPN iScore application. You can follow us with the game cast as you listen. As Nick Garver, 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball down in the zone. Ball 3 as the count fills up. Garver's had a good eye all season long. We've seen him get behind in certain counts, able to fight off some of those pitches and make things happen. The count is now full, 3-2. As the right-hander Quintana winds up, delivers off the hands of Garver, collected by Daniel on the pitching mound, flipped onto the first baseman Camersell for the out.
2 out. Now batting, third baseman, number 25.
Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush.
Mustangs retired in order thus far as Frisbee steps in, 6th hitter in the lineup, left-handed swinging first baseman. Takes a big cut at the breaking ball, comes up empty as the count snowballs 1 strike. Rough Riders defensively all afternoon have played straight away. James Martins is on deck. Frisbee, the fastball, taken for a strike, and Cole's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Decent velocity by the right-hander, Daniel Quintana, as he winds up, delivers the 0-2 pitch to Frisbee. Frisbee behind the fastball, comes up empty. That'll be strike 3. Mustangs have gone in 2 consecutive innings, 1, 2, 3, and in order. As we head to the bottom half of the second inning, Roosevelt 1, Fort Morgan 0. We'll be back. Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com.
Right fielder, number 9.
Josh Miller, Braden Schneider back at Roosevelt High School. Troby steps in for the Rough Riders to lead things off here in the bottom half of the second inning. Mustangs struggling early, going in order. 1, 2, 3 in the first, 4, 5, 6 in the second. Yet to have a runner and or a hit. As Ton is perfect thus far as Mendez winds up, delivers the fastball at the knees for a strike to Nate Troby. Sixth hitter in the lineup here for Roosevelt. Roosevelt scoring a run in the top half of the first on a couple Mustang throwing errors. He's not able to play catch as Troby fouls it off right side out of play, and Mendez is quickly behind, or ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second. 1-0 is the score as Mendez winds up, delivers the 0-2 pitch, a fastball, fouled straight back. Good 0-2 pitch up and in the zone. Troby just able to get the handle of his bat on the ball as he stays alive. Carver shaded out in center a little bit, pulls side. Mendez winds up, 0-2 pitch, fastball down outside in the dirt. Good 0-2 miss by Mendez. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Daniel Camersell, the first baseman for the Rough Riders, is on deck. David Mendez, 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3. First out this inning here for the Mustangs in the bottom half of the second. Mendez takes care of them on their own.
Daniel Camersell.
Camersell steps in. Mendez winds up, delivers his first pitch. A fastball at the letters, misses, ball 1. Mendez looking to bounce back after a tough loss for the Mustangs on Thursday, and Mendez had a little bit of a rough outing on Tuesday. Mustangs able to come back and win that baseball game on Tuesday. Probably one of the tougher outings for Mendez this season. He hadn't had to work too hard. He worked pretty hard Tuesday afternoon. Is looking to bounce back this afternoon. He's now behind 3 balls, no strike on Daniel Camersell. Mendez looks to get back in the count. The right-hander winds up his 3-0 pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. Be a base runner for the Rough Riders. Anthony Peoples steps in.
Center fielder, number 3, Derek White.
Derek White in the box, runner down the line, Daniel Camersell at first. Anderson in on the grass as White shows the bunt. Fastball in the dirt gets away from Fluke. Moving up 90 feet is the base runner Camersell on that pass ball. Justin Fluke's got to do a better job there blocking the baseball as runner now in scoring position for the Rough Riders. We're still only 1 out. Aaron Anderson's in on the grass in front of third base. Fitzsimmons works the runner out at second as Mendez delivers the pitch. Again, squaring is White. He pulls it back. Pitch is called for a strike. Good breaking ball by Mendez as the count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Frisbee now comes in on the grass. Anderson works even with the bag. Mustang middle infield and Fitzsimmons and Hernandez works the runner out at second base. Frisbee charges as the batter now pulls back and takes the fastball down at the knees, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. A little bit of a chess game here as the hitter shows bunt. Depending on what the corner infielders are doing, he's either pulling back or looking to attempt. He pulls back again, takes a cut, fouls it off. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Rough Riders with a runner out at second base in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count on Derek White. Mendez gets the sign from catcher Justin Fluke. Right-hander for the Mustangs sets. Check of the runner out at second base. 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses low, ball 3. Counts now full to the batter. The Mustangs have to be able to stay in this baseball game. They only trail by 1, but got to avoid a big inning. Important pitch here. Mendez delivers, breaking ball, fouled off right side. Out of play as White fights and stays alive. Mendez gets the new baseball. Stays shortstop up the middle, who runs through a series of signs. Fitzsimmons putting on the sign for the pitcher. So Mendez knows how many looks to give at second or to pick off or otherwise. Mustangs have worked trick plays all season long that have worked in their advantage. A little bit of a daylight play. As Mendez sets, full count pitch. Fisted off the hands. Anderson's playing in. It gets over his head. The runner's not able to move up. Soto gets to the baseball quickly, so it'll be first and second on the single.
By White. Now batting, designated hitter number 15, Anthony Peebles.
Runner staying put at second. First and second now for Roosevelt. After that jam job single. As Mendez looks to get ahead here with the batter Peebles. The right-hander delivers fastball hit weakly. Looked like it was going to go fair for a minute. Kicks foul as Mendez jumps ahead. No balls, one strike. Ninth hitter in the lineup, Anthony Peebles. Runners at first and second, one out. Braden, you kind of helped us out a little bit on Thursday. We could use it here with a ground ball double play.
That would be the best thing for the Mustangs right now. Get back, get the sticks ready.
The 0-1 pitch, a fastball misses inside. Ball one. 1-1 to count, one out. Bottom of the second inning. Mustangs trail the Rough Riders 1-0 here early. The Rough Riders have runners out at first and second base as Mendez sets his 1-1 pitch. High leg kick, delivers a breaking ball inside, ball two. Counts now 2 balls, 1 strike. Anthony Peebles, ninth hitter in the lineup. Mendez starting to work here a little bit. This was his problem on Tuesday. Mendez is very effective and efficient. If he has to throw more than 15 pitches in an inning, he gets a little bit wild as he does here. 2-1 pitch misses in the dirt, ball 3. Justin Flug doing a good job this time of keeping the baseball in front. The 3-1 pitch is going to be on its way here to Peebles. Good hitters count for the Rough Riders as Mustangs work the back pick off Flug. The throw gets away from the first baseman, Frisbee. The runner at first stays put, but the runner at second moves up 90 feet, now 90 feet away from scoring. That pickoff attempt got away from the first baseman, Frisbee. But the Mustangs now have 3 throwing errors this afternoon, which has created their problems. It's not that the Rough Riders are beating the Mustangs here early. The Mustangs beating themselves on 3 throwing errors. As everybody moves up 90 feet, or not everybody, excuse me, the runner from second moves up 90 feet on that error by Mendez. The runner at first had to stay put, so it's now first and third for the Rough Riders. 3-1 is the count. Double play still in order up the middle. As Mendez sets, delivers his 3-1 pitch. Fastball at the knees, misses. Ball 4. Bases now loaded for the Rough Riders as Ray Hernandez, the leadoff hitter, steps back in. Thanks for a little bit of explanation. The umpire is
number 5, Ray Hernandez.
Hernandez steps back in. He got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat on the elbow. Counts now, bases are now loaded. With 1 out, bottom of the second inning. And 1 out here as the Mustangs need to work out of the jam. Left-handed swinging Christopher Quartershoe is on deck. Mendez works from the windup with the bases loaded. The right-hander winds up his pitch, a fastball, first pitch swinging. Is Hernandez. He fouls it off out of play. Mendez quickly ahead, no balls, 1 strike. Frisbee playing behind the runner at first base. Anderson in on the grass at third. Mustangs infield up the middle, playing double play depth. As Mendez winds up, delivers the 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball hit weakly up the middle. Hernandez fields it, flips on to Fitzsimmons, back to first. Again, the throws away from Frisbee. 1 run's going to score, the second on its way. As Mustangs do pick up an out, but not before the Rough Riders capitalized and scored 2 more. That ball fielded in front of the second base bag by Hernandez. He flipped it back to Fitzsimmons, and Fitzsimmons' throw got away all the way to the fence.
Now batting, Second baseman number 2.
Batter runner has to stay put at first. But with 2 now across, Corsu steps in with the runner at first base. As Mendez back into the stretch. Mustangs in trouble here early and trail 3-0. First pitch of ball. Mustangs look to regroup.
Central Auto Parts for all of your auto supply needs. Stop by Central Auto Parts at West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan.
Want to know the count? Mendez after a throw over to first, back easily. Is the runner as Mendez sets to deliver the 1-0 pitch. Fastball high and outside, ball 2. As Mendez falls behind here, 2-0. That error, the second on Fitzsimmons this afternoon, is 2-0 pitch called for a strike. 2 throwing errors by Fitzsimmons, a throwing error by Frisbee, and a throwing error by Mendez has created a lot of the problems here for the Mustangs this afternoon. Again, a throw over by Mendez. Back easily at the base runner. 2-1 is the count with 2 outs in this second inning. Mustangs trail 3-0. As the curveball gets away from Mendez. And as it gets away, the count moves 3 balls, 1 strike. Big lead off the bag at first base. A long look by Mendez. The 3-1 pitch. Runner stays put. Fastball outside part of the plate. Count's now full.
Like to see another pitch by Mendez just like that in the same location. Left-handed hitter did not like that spot. Like to see Mendez come right back with that.
Full count's 2 out. The runner at first will be going and is. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Mustangs get out of the jam, but not before Roosevelt adds 2 more. Roosevelt has 3. The Mustangs 0. We'll be back top of the third inning. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Mustang Baseball on a Saturday afternoon. Josh Miller, Braden Snyder. Mustangs need to wake up, get back in this baseball game. To not help themselves yet this afternoon. 4 throwing errors. And we're not talking throwing errors on trying to get people out. We're just talking simple play catch, get the baseball back to your pitcher. We've made some mistakes that we've not seen this Mustang Ball Club make all season long. And on these 4 throwing errors, the Mustangs trail 3-0. They've gone in order in the first 2 frames as James Martin steps in. He looks to find a way on base for the Mustangs with catcher Justin Flug on deck. The right-hander Quintana delivers the breaking ball, called a strike. Luis Hernandez due up third this inning for the Mustangs. Batting 9th in the lineup. Martin's again the DH here. We've seen him majority of the season in the DH role. Check swing. Umpire says he swung. No help even asked for by the umpire as Martins is now behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Martin's batting for the right fielder, Jacob Frick. Quintana's wind up 0-2 pitch. Martins again goes. This time the umpire says no, it's a make-up call. I'll give the umpires that. They correct the wrong with the wrong as counts now 1-2 on Martins. 1-2 pitch by the right-hander Quintana. Martins again checks and swing, and umpire says he went again. Martins in the book with the strikeout. 7 in a row for Quintana. Mustangs yet to get a runner on or yet to get a hit.
Justin.
Somebody's got to step up here before the Mustangs get on the plate, stick an elbow out there or something. Break this momentum up here that Daniel Quintana has for the Rough Riders as Fluke steps in. Takes the breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, ball 1. Good take by Justin Fluke. You don't like to see it early in the game, but Coach Langford may have to put on the take sign and make his team and force his team to take the strike as Fluke takes the 1-0 pitch high and inside, ball 2. 2-0 the count now on the Mustangs catcher with Ulysses Hernandez on deck as the 2-0 pitch outside part of the plate called a strike. Counts now 2 balls, 1 strike on the Mustangs catcher, Justin Fluke. Wind up by the right-hander for the Rough Riders. Hit out to center field. That'll break it up. Good job by the catcher, Flug. Base hit single out to center field. Justin Flug has the Mustangs' first hit. He's the Mustangs' first base runner. As Luis Hernandez steps in, Sergio Picaro will run out at first base for the Mustangs catcher. As Justin Flug hopefully breaks the momentum here. And Sergio now out to run for Flug. In the box, Hernandez, the 0-0 pitch, first pitch swinging off the pitcher's glove right to his second baseman, flips on to short, on to first in time. 4-6-3 double play engine for the Mustangs as the side's retired. He'll head to the bottom of the third. Roosevelt 3, Fort Morgan 0. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Braden Schneider, Mustang Baseball on a Saturday afternoon to set the table. Mustangs struggling, to put it politely, as 4 throwing errors have been committed. Roosevelt scoring 3 runs. Mustangs, no runs, 1 hit coming by Justin Flug in that last half inning. They've made those 4 errors I just mentioned. Roosevelt scoring 3 runs on only 2 hits. And they've left 2 runners on base. Morford to lead things off for the Rough Riders. Grounded out in his first at-bat for the third baseman, Aaron Anderson, who made a great play laying out for the baseball. Quick back to his feet before making the put out at first. As Mendez winds up, delivers the first pitch, a fastball at the knees, strike 1. On deck, Jalen Davenport, and then the pitcher due up third this inning, Daniel Quintana. The 0-1 pitch by Mendez, a breaking ball in the dirt. Morford thought about it, instead takes the pitch for a ball as the count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs have to wake up, play the game the right way. Pick up the pace, pick up the intensity as the 1-1 pitch. Skied left side. Aaron Anderson working to settle in under the baseball, does so in foul territory, makes the grab. Tripped himself as he caught the baseball. Held on to it for
third baseman,
first out
number 12, Jalen Davenport.
Good job by Anderson to stay with the baseball as Davenport steps in. Davenport struck out in his first at-bat. And Mendez, the right-handed pitcher for the Mustangs, delivers the breaking ball for a strike. Good get-me-over curveball for the Mustangs pitcher Mendez. Mustangs infield straight up. Outfield as well, with Garber shaded just slightly. And the changeup gets away from Mendez all the way to the backstop. Evens things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jalen Davenport, cleanup hitter here for the Rough Riders, struck out in his first at-bat as the 1-1 pitch by David Mendez, the curveball. Swung on, fouled off. Good breaking ball pitch with a lot of bite there by Mendez as he's ahead now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. 3-0 is our score. As David Mendez's 1-2 pitch. Again, a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Flug. It's a good pitch with the count 1-2, trying to get Davenport to chase. Count now evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mendez doesn't want to go 3-2. This is the time to get him out. Fastball up and in the zone, misses high. Ball 3, the count's now full. 3-2, 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Mustangs trail early, 3-0. Big baseball game here for Fort Morgan as Mendez winds up, delivers the payoff pitch, a breaking ball, just misses low, ball 4. It'll be a walk to Davenport. It'll bring up Daniel Quintana. Quintana grounded out in his first at-bat.
Number 7, Daniel Quintana.
Flew out his first at-bat to the right fielder, Jacob Frick. As he takes a long look down at his coach in the third base coaching box. With 1 out, you don't expect to see the sacrifice bunt, but with the 3-0 lead, Roosevelt can pretty much do what they'd like as the first pitch misses in the dirt, ball 1. On deck, Nate Troby, 6th hitter in the lineup. He's on deck as pitcher Quintana has the 3-0 lead. Looks to help himself here in this at-bat. Throw over by Mendez, but back is Davenport after the tag by Frisbee. Not too many Saturday games this year for the Mustangs. Is not to make excuses for the ball club, but getting up a lot earlier and traveling for a noon game is a lot different than being wide awake at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. As Mendez evens things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sets, deliver the 1-1 pitch instead of throw over. Back is the base runner, Davenport, after the tag by Frisbee. Mendez doing a good job of paying attention to keep the runners close on the bags. At 1-1 pitch. Runner going, breaking ball in the dirt. Throw by Flug, not in time. The runner slides in safely. 2-1 now the count on Daniel Quintana, the pitcher, as Davenport moves up 90 feet, now in scoring position at second base. He had a big lead. Mendez had thrown over a couple times, but he gets the stolen base. 2-1 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Off the screen. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roosevelt Rough Riders with a runner out at second base. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. They lead early against Fort Morgan, 3-0. Troby, the hitter, on deck, and if we get there, camera cells in the hole as the fastball misses high, ball 3. Count's now full. There is a base open down the line at first, but Mustangs here this afternoon have already given the Roosevelt Rough Riders enough extra opportunities. You'd like to see them start getting out. As Mendez sets, 3-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Roosevelt in business again here in the 3rd. They scored each of the first 2 innings.
Right fielder, number 9, Nate Roby.
Quintana, the pitcher, is going to have a courtesy runner. That'll be number 4, Zach Corju. Corju out at first base, running for the pitcher. With Davenport at second base. Double plays now back in order for the Mustangs. 1 out in this 3rd inning as Nate Troby steps in. He struck out in his first at-bat. Anderson back behind the bag at 3rd. Frisbee at first behind the runner as shortstop Fitzsimmons jockeys runner out at second base. The curveball by Mendez misses, not by much. Umpire hasn't given that pitch all afternoon to Mendez. It counts now 1-0 on Nate Troby. Mendez sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Again, a breaking ball, misses. Now 2-0 the count. It's Daniel Camersell on deck for the Rough Riders. Mendez a long look into Justin Flug, gets the sign, sets, check of the runner out at second, delivers, hits sharply up the middle. That ball's going to be off the wall. Running is going to score from second. Easily is Davenport. First to 3rd goes Corju, the courtesy runner, as Troby's into second with the stand-up double. As Roosevelt Rough Riders has now scored in each of the 3 innings.
Number 10, Daniel Camersell.
I would like to see here this afternoon from the Mustangs, Braden, as they're off to a slow start.
Not at all. This is not characteristic for the Mustangs at all. I'm really not sure what's going on. They're just not playing with their normal Mustang swag that they have. It's starting to get me a little bit nervous. Mustangs need some kind of momentum here to turn things around.
If you're going to get it out of your system, now may be the time before we head to the playoffs. This is a game in the Mustangs team we have not seen yet this year as the first pitch gets to the backstop. Throws Mendez wildly as Horseshoe slides in from 3rd. Troby moves up 90 feet, now at 3rd after that ball got away from the Mustangs catcher. Everybody moving up 90 feet on that wild pitch.
Josh, if that throw is made from Flug to Mendez, that runner is out.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the things have gone wrong, but Mustangs here just unable to really play catch this afternoon, which is not typical of the Mustang Ball Club we've seen all season long. Mendez evens things up here on the hitter, Daniel Camersell. 1-1 the count, 1 out, bottom of the 3rd, 2 across for the Rough Riders as the Mustangs trail 5-0. The 1-1 pitch rides up and in, swung on and missed. Mendez is now ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. We knew it coming into this baseball game. We talked to Coach Langford. We knew this Roosevelt Ball Club was much better than their record shows. They sit behind this Mustangs ball club in the standings, but they've been kind of easy to beat here for many years. Roosevelt's been on top, so Mustangs have to pull it together here. Still a lot of time left in this baseball game. Mendez picks up the second out with the strikeout as Eric White steps in. He had a single, jam job single over Anderson's head back in his last at-bat. First pitch to White misses. Mendez just doesn't have the control we've seen as of late from him. When he's missing wildly. He's not in the zone consistently as this 1-0 pitch almost hits the batter. Luckily hits his bat as it's fouled off. The count's down 1-1. Wind's really picked up here. Not much of an issue as I've only really seen one solid hit here, and that was the double that Troby had as the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed strike two. A couple hits the Rough Riders have had have not been well hit. As Mustangs trail 5-0, scoreboard's not really. As the 1-2 pitch swung on wildly again. That'll be the third out this inning. Not before Roosevelt scores two more, but the Mustangs giving, more or less, Braden, giving the Rough Riders 5 runs here this afternoon as Roosevelt has 5, Fort Morgan nothing. Mustangs have to get it going. We head to the top of the fourth. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com.
Leading off the top of the fourth.
Josh Miller, Braden Schneider back here at Roosevelt High School. The Fort Morgan baseball team on the road this afternoon. Leadoff hitter David Mendez steps in for the Mustangs. His first at-bat flew out to left field. As Quintana begins his fourth inning of work, the right-hander for the Rough Riders very much in control here this afternoon. As Mendez takes ball one. 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball, misses high and outside ball two. Follow us all season long on B106. Click on the appropriate Mustang link. Follow us pitch by pitch as you listen to us as Mendez takes the 2-0 pitch outside part of the plate, strike one. Good fastball by Daniel Quintana. 5-0 is our score. The Mustangs have trailed throughout. Rough Riders scoring 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third as Mendez is going to be on. Infield single. He thought that ball got to left field. The shortstop fielded it on a backhand play. Mendez rounding the bag, made it close and interesting, but he is on with the single. And the Mustangs just, I'm not sure, they may have stayed up a little too late last night. They're a little bit tired and a little bit unaware as to what's going on in this baseball game. Is a little bit slow moving and mentally just not there here this afternoon. Has been a bit sluggish as Godo steps in, takes the first pitch for a strike. Godo in his first at-bat grounded out to the shortstop. Mendez on the bag at first. Second Mustang hit here this afternoon with his single. Godo the 0-1 count to throw over instead by Quintana as Mendez is back easily. A little bit of a lob throw by the pitcher there, realizing he didn't have the chance to pick Mendez off as Godo waits for the 0-1 pitch. Fastball. Got up and inside on Godo. He fouls it off. Counts now 0 balls, 2 strikes on Matt Godo. Godo a long look down the line to head baseball coach Josh Langford in the third base coaching box. Steve Hale down the line at first. Mendez off the bag. The 0-2 pitch. High, misses ball one. The 0-2 fastball well up in the zone. Godo does a good job not to chase. Coach Langford again through a series of signs. Mendez held on at first by the first baseman Camersell. Rest of the Roosevelt defense, regular depth. Breaking ball on the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Godo. As he's in the books, the first out this inning for the Mustangs. Mendez stays put on the Godo strikeout.
Number 14.
1 out, top of the fourth inning. Mustangs trail 5-0 to the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Fitzsimmons steps in. Mustang shortstop, he grounded out in his first at-bat. Quick throw over again by Quintana. Back is Mendez. Quintana now sets, delivers to Fitzsimmons. First pitch swinging. Michael lines it back up the box. It'll be a single to center field. Mustangs here with a little bit of things brewing as now have runners on first and second. Now after that hard-hit single by Fitzsimmons. Aaron Anderson steps in. We know he has the power. He can liven up his team here with a 3-run shot or at least a double into the gap and get these runners moving. Wake up this Mustangs ball club who's been quiet all afternoon. As he takes the first pitch for a strike. Anderson flew out to shallow left field in his first at-bat. Counts now quickly, no balls, 1 strike on Anderson. Quintana sets. Breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, taken for a strike, and Anderson's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. On the Mustangs' third baseman. Runners at first and second for Fort Morgan. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Long look out at second base. Curveball in the dirt, swung on and missed by Anderson. That'll be the second out. On the strikeout, runners stay put. As Nick Garver steps in, the center fielder for the Mustangs. Cole Frisbee on deck if we get there. This is the best opportunity the Mustangs have had all game long. I'm not sure as much as control as Quintana's had that they're going to get many more. They've got to take advantage of it as Garver takes the breaking ball. First pitch for a strike. Good take by Garver. That's not a good pitch to hit. He's got to spit on that, look for a better one. As Quintana's been well in command from the start. Mendez working with the mind of Quintana. Quintana steps off, regroups. Mustangs with Fitzsimmons at first. David Mendez at second. Garver in and at the box. Swinging is Garver off the hands, fouls it off, and it's out of play into the bleachers as Garver's now quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Part of the problem, Braden, we talked about this with Coach Langford in the pregame. The loss on Thursday, they got beat, but they took a lot of good pitches to hit, and they got behind in a lot of counts. And we've seen a little bit of that here this afternoon. The Mustangs behind in a lot of counts, a lot of 0-2, 1-2 counts.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities to this game and from Thursday's game with Erie. Like the Mustangs come out and attack like they were in the beginning and middle of the season.
Garver grounds to the left side, weakly on the hop, fielded by the shortstop. Throw in time. That'll go for the Mustangs. They leave 2 runners on base. After 3.5 in the books, Fort Morgan 0, Roosevelt 5. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Braden Schneider as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Due up for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Anthony Peebles, Ray Hernandez, and Christopher Corju. Mustangs, Braden a little sluggish. They had a good opportunity there in the last half inning, not able to capitalize as they trail here by 5 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Running out of time. Still 3 at-bats left for the Mustangs. They're going to have to start cutting in this lead sooner or later.
You can't do it all at once. I mean, it makes it extremely difficult. That last at-bat Goto had was awful. He swung at a horrible pitch. It was a good pitch by Quintana, but a breaking ball. It was off the plate and outside. Really had Goto fooled.
Peebles steps in, takes strike 1. A good fastball by Mendez at the knees, inside part of the plate. Mendez working quickly, looking to pick up the pace here for his ball club. Instead, the 0-1 pitch catches the elbow of Peebles. That'll be a base runner for the Rough Riders before Ray Hernandez steps in.
Now batting short.
The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. Call Pat Walvers, Travis Lefevre, Jared Samples for your free bid. 970-842-5837. That's Buildings by Design at buildingsbydesign.com.
Going to have a runner for Peebles down at first base. It'll be number 1, C.J. Hawley. Pitch runner down at first base. Mendez now back on the rubber, looking in, gets the sign from Justin Flug. The batter, Ray Hernandez, steps in. Mendez sets, check of the runner, delivers. Squares the bunt, does. Hernandez pops it up. Justin Flug lays out for it in foul territory, makes the catch. Great hustle by the Mustangs catcher. I don't know, Mustangs, if that doesn't get you going, I don't know what will. Catcher laying out, sacrifices his body, makes a great play in foul territory. Time to get going. As there's now 1 out in this bottom half of the 4th inning.
Morgan Federal Bank, your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checking to savings to IRAs, 321 10th Street, Morgan Federal Bank. There's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Corju steps in, shows bunt, pulls back, takes the pitch for a ball. Seen a lot of this with 1 out here this afternoon with the Rough Riders squaring the bunt, checking what the defense does, then either pull back and swing or attempt and see if they can beat it out. Corju looks like he has speed. Hawley's running. Pulls back, swing, throw down, tag, in time. Mustangs get the runner attempting to steal in Hawley. A little bit of a hit-and-run attempt there as Horseshoe showed bunt, pulled back, slapped at it, came up empty. 1-1 is the count as C.J. Hawley is caught stealing. Good throw by Fluke, good tag by Fitzsimmons up the middle. There's now 2 outs in this 4th inning. As the 1-1 pitch misses ball 2. Something we haven't talked a whole lot about, Braden, this season, but the Mustangs, especially when they're winning ball games, they set the pace. They force teams to play catch-up. They force teams to play their game. They run their pickoff moves. They're very aggressive offensively, able to run some of their hit-and-run plays. Not too many games we've seen this year where the Mustangs trail and have to play catch-up. Let's not kid ourselves. There's only been 3 games this year where the Mustangs haven't scored at least 5 runs. So with that said, Mustangs not usually in the passenger seat of many of their baseball games. They're usually driving the buses. Here in the last couple baseball games, they've had to play catch-up. That's not like the Mustangs. They're not used to doing that.
No, they're not, and that's one thing I'd like to see the Mustangs do is be able to battle back from that passenger seat and take over the driver's seat.
Mendez does so here as he strikes out Horseshoe with the fastball and the 3-2 pitch. That'll do it for the Rough Riders in the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Roosevelt 5, Fort Morgan nothing. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, P106, P106.com. Josh Miller and Braden Schneider back here at Roosevelt High School, where the Mustang baseball team on the road this afternoon has trailed throughout. Roosevelt scoring a run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Mustangs doing something they haven't done all afternoon, shutting down the Roosevelt Rough Riders there in the bottom half of that 4th inning. Justin Fluke taking things into his own hand, lays out in foul territory, gets the out, throws out the runner stealing, and Mendez ends things with the strikeout as we head to the top of the 5th. Cole Frisbee steps in. He takes the first pitch, a curveball for a strike. As Frisbee leads things off, James Martins on deck for the Mustangs, DH. Frisbee takes the 0-1 pitch, a fastball down and inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Cole Frisbee. He struck out in his first at-bat. The 1-1 pitch, again, a breaking ball misses outside, not by much. 2-1 now the count on the left-handed bat. Frisbee, the first baseman for the Mustangs, throws right-handed, bats left-handed. Been in a slump here lately as he swings the 2-1 pitch, comes up empty. The count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Talked about it a little bit with Coach Langford in the pregame. Not that Frisbee's swinging at bad pitches. He's just behind, whether it's timing or his head or what. He's been behind on too many pitches as he fouls this one off to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Mustangs' first baseman. James Martins due up second. On deck, he struck out in his first at-bat, and Justin Fluke in the hole, due up third this inning. As the right-hander Daniel Quintana winds up, Frisbee fouls off the 2-2 pitch. Better sign here is Frisbee's on the baseball and fouling pitches off, not swinging through. Missing, which is a good sign of maybe some things to come here, as the Mustangs need to at least cut the lead in half. They're running out of time. They need to score in each of these next couple innings as the 2-2 pitch to Frisbee. A breaking ball belted right center field. Frisbee's going to at least have a double. It's off the wall. He's got a motor as it throws in and on its way. He's going to stand up safely with the stand-up double. Good job for Frisbee to break out of his funk here. With the stand-up double to lead things off. Martin steps in. Going to look down at Coach Langford with a sign. Mustangs need to manufacture runs. We're going to have a courtesy runner or a pinch runner out at second base for Frisbee and Misael Franco. That ball well hit by Frisbee. At the base of the fence. Short porch in right center. Plays longer with the 20-foot high fence, but right fielder and center fielder are able to get to that baseball quickly as Frisbee had to work a little harder than I think he anticipated to get into second base. As Misael Franco now out there at second to run. James Martins takes the first pitch for a strike. Martins struck out in his first at-bat. Misael Franco off the bag at second base. A check by Quintana. The 0-1 pitch. Martins a big cut at the breaking ball. Comes up empty, and now Martins is behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Martin's trying to pull that pitch. In this situation with no outs, runner at second base, you've got to drive the baseball right side, and worst-case scenario, move the runner up from second to third. As the 0-2 pitch misses high and outside, ball 1. The objective as a hitter with the runner on second base, less than 2 outs, have to move the runner. At least a ground ball to first or second. A fly ball to third or to right will do. As Martin takes a big cut, comes up empty. It'll be the second strikeout this afternoon for James.
1 out.
1 out for the Mustangs in the books. Justin Flug steps in for the Mustangs. Misael Franco staying put out at second base. Justin Flug had the first hit of the afternoon. Line shot up the box center field. He takes the first pitch here for a strike. With on only 57 pitches, 41 of the 57 for a strike. A lot like what we saw at Kyle Leahy on Thursday. Threw 100 pitches, 80-plus for strikes. The 0-1 pitch misses here. A breaking ball down and outside. Ball 1. Misael Franco out at second, being worked up the middle by the second baseman and shortstop. Quintana delivers the 1-1 pitch, fouled off by Flug, out of play. Justin's now behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mustangs have struggled all year, Braden. We've had the conversations with Coach. It's hard for them to go the other way. They've done it, but they haven't done it consistently, and that's part of their problem here this afternoon is Flug does so as I speak about it, but not far enough as that ball's in off his hands. Caught by the second baseman. Second out this inning for the Mustangs. Misael Franco stays put. Ulysses Hernandez steps in for the Mustangs after the flyout.
You mentioned hitters taking the ball the other way. That's where you look to a Frisbee and an Anderson, and even Fitzsimmons has done a good job of hitting the ball the other way. But it's good to see Frisbee get going here with this double.
Yeah, it's going to be big. I mean, again, you never want to be too hot going into the playoffs, but by the time you get to the playoffs, you better be hot right now. Mustangs were on a great stretch, winning 7 in a row. A tough loss Thursday against that Erie ball club. Struggling a little bit here today. I imagine win or loss here this afternoon. They'll be ready to play on Tuesday. Pick up some momentum as Hernandez looks to create the spark. Line drive shot to left center field. Misael working his way around home. He'll slide across safely for the first run here this afternoon. On the RBI single by Ulysses Hernandez, a good piece of hitting as Hernandez got that ball out in the left center gap. Franco works his way around from second to score the first run here this afternoon. Hernandez has to stay put at first as David Mendez, the leadoff hitter, steps in. Mustangs looking to make some things happen here with 2 outs in the 5th inning, a run across. They now trail 5-1. They're going to need much more than that 1 run. As Mendez takes ball 1. Mendez 1 for 2, single in his last at-bat. Flew out in his first. A step off, keeping the runner close is Quintana as the 1-0 pitch. A fastball misses outside, ball 2. Good hitters count here for David Mendez, 2-0. He's got a spot up. 1 pitch, 1 speed. Get a baseball he can drive. Continue this inning as the breaking ball taken for a strike. Good take by Mendez. Not a pitch you want, 2-0. Got 2 more strikes left. You're going to see better as Mendez set to receive the 2-1 pitch. He takes a big cut, fouls that fastball on the outer half of the plate off and towards the first base dugout. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucky 2's on the scoreboard for the Mustangs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hernandez at first base after his RBI single. Quintana look into his catcher, now sets 2-2 pitch to Mendez. Sharply hit right at the second baseman, who bobbles it briefly but flips on in time to the shortstop to end the inning for the Mustangs. Fort Morgan does score a run. Roosevelt 5, Fort Morgan 1. Listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Braden Snyder. Back here, Roosevelt High School, where the Mustangs score their first run this afternoon. RBI single by Ulysses Hernandez. Picks up pinch runner Misael Franco out at second base. We had this discussion with Coach Langford in the pregame that Frisbee, depending on performance and or health, may only see him for 2 at-bats. That's what's happened is Misael Franco stays in the game. Substitution for the Mustangs. He stays in the game for Frisbee. Goes to third base. Aaron Anderson moves across and now is at first base as the Mustangs with that defensive substitution. David Mendez back on the mound. Set to deliver his first pitch. Does. It's popped up right side. Hernandez calls for the baseball. Instead, Fitzsimmons calls him off. A long run from shortstop. Catches the baseball. at second base. It's probably a good thing.
Now the bat, third base.
Probably a good thing Fitzsimmons called up. He's fighting the sun.
Davenport.
Going to go in the book as a pop-up to short, but that ball caught at second base. Davenport steps in, the cleanup hitter for the Rough Riders, swings at the first pitch, comes up empty.
Premier Farm Credit, committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
A 1 pitch misses down and outside. Ball 1 counts 1 ball, 1 strike on Jalen Davenport. 0 for 1 this afternoon. He reached his last at-bat on a walk. As Mendez winds up, delivers the 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Foul tips, caught by Fluke. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the cleanup hitter for the Rough Riders. Mendez, after those first 3 innings, has really settled down. That 4th inning was a good inning for him. Gets the strikeout here on Davenport, the second of the day for Jalen. Quick outs here as Mendez seems to be a little bit more in control, Braden, than the first 3 innings. We just need the bats to come alive and score 4 more runs here.
Yeah, he's working a lot quicker. He's not taking as much time up on the mound. He's not thinking as much. He's more playing baseball like he knows how.
First pitch swinging is Daniel Quintana, the pitcher. Mendez calls for the baseball, makes the catch. It's a quick inning for the Rough Riders. They go 1, 2, 3. As we head to the top half of the 6th inning. Fort Morgan 1, Roosevelt 5. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Braden Schneider, Fort Morgan Baseball. As Mustangs trail 5-1, heading to the top of the 6th inning. Matt Godo to lead things off. Part of the lineup coming up for the Mustangs. Now would be a good time to cut this 4-run lead in half. Give yourself a chance in the 7th inning, if not score more in the 6th. As the Mustangs bats seem to be waking up defensively. Things going much better for the Mustangs in the last 2 frames. Those first 3 were hard to watch as the Mustangs struggled early, making 4 errors. Struggling to play catch as Godo takes the first pitch for a ball. The 1-0 breaking ball misses ball 2. Good time to be a hitter here for the Mustangs in the 2-0 count. Look for the pitch Godo can drive. As the fastball misses outside, ball 3. Imagine Matt Godo will be taking all the way here with 3 balls, no strikes to count. Fitzsimmons on deck as Godo's on with the walk. That fastball misses high, ball 4. Lead-off hitter for the Mustangs on. Fitzsimmons heads in towards the batter's box. Aaron Anderson on deck for the Mustangs. Josh Langford, the head baseball coach for the Mustangs, threw a series of signs. Godo on first base after his walk. Fitzsimmons steps in 1 for 2. As he takes the first pitch, a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Fitzsimmons a rocket in his last at-bat, a line drive base hit to center field. Grounded out in his first. Fitzsimmons has 2 of those throwing errors. He can help himself here and pick himself up. As Godo's off the bag at first, the 1-0 pitch to Fitzsimmons rides inside, catches his jersey. It's going to be a hit-by pitch. Mustangs in business with now 2 runners on this inning. Just caught the jersey of Fitzsimmons. 2 runners on here for the Mustangs. As Aaron Anderson steps in, the left-handed bat for Fort Morgan. Anderson now at first base.
Colorado Plains Medical Center, transforming lives each day. Colorado Plains Medical Center is where people choose to go for health care. Also, Northern Colorado Title. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan.
Anderson this afternoon, 0 for 2. Not like Anderson. He'll have a hit. Let's hope it's here with 2 runners on. If Mr. Anderson can get that barrel on the baseball and drive that right center gap, Mustangs are going to score 2 runs with the speed they have on the base pass. It's just what the doctor ordered this inning if we can execute. Maybe a little bit of wishful thinking, but I've seen it happen from this part of the lineup this season before. Again, Mustangs only 3 times this year. 3 have scored fewer than 5 runs. So this ball club knows how to score. As Anderson takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 now the count, Aaron Anderson. Godo out at second base. Fitzsimmons at first. Nick Garber on deck as Anderson takes the fastball high and outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Not much room to put the Mustangs hitter. Expect a good pitch to hit here, 2-0, if Anderson's ready to hit. He does. Takes a cut just a little bit behind that fastball. Fouls it off out of play left side. Got a lot of the barrel, just a little bit behind. As the count's now 2 balls, 1 strike on Aaron Anderson. Anderson started this game at third, now is at first as Misael Franco came in for Frisbee. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit sharply right side to the second baseman, fielded cleanly onto second in time, and it'll be a 4-6-3 double play. A huge out. Huge 2 outs for the Rough Riders on that double play. Anderson hit all that baseball, but the second baseman playing up the middle there fields it cleanly for the 4-6-3 double play as Fort Morgan now has 2 outs in this 6th inning. Godo's 90 feet away at third base as Nick Garber steps in. Garber takes the first pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. The 0-1 pitch to Nick, hit weakly right side, fielded by the first baseman, steps on the bag, that'll do it for the Mustangs. It'll look to be an inning, the Mustangs get out a couple runs. Doesn't go their way with the double play and the ground out by Garver. They go quietly in the 6th. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Roosevelt 5, Fort Morgan 1. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com.
For the Riders, right
Josh Miller back here, Roosevelt High School, Fort Morgan trails. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mustangs trail 5-1. That inning looked to be off to a good start for the Mustangs, getting their first 2 runners on, a 4-6 double 3. 4-6-3 double play killed the rally. Garber grounds out to end it. First pitch swinging. That baseball is hammered by Nick Trophy. Over the right center field fence for the opposite field home run. Trophy can add another to the scoreboard as the Mustangs now trail 6-1. Big hit for Trophy. He had that double off the right center field wall in his last at bat. Trophy goes off of field jack. Lead 6-1.
Number 10, Daniel Camersell.
Camersell steps in for the Rough Riders. Camersell 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. As Mendez looks to regroup after that home run. 6-1 now our score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Mendez's fastball misses high and inside.
Stop by 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan at Bijou T-Quest for your letter jackets, T-shirts, banners, and more. They're also your local experts in customizing your team's sports apparel.
1-0 pitch misses. A fastball inside, low at the knees. Ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Daniel Camersell. The breaking ball called a strike. 2-1 now the count. Ball hit very well. Extends the lead for Roosevelt 6-1 in this bottom half of the 6th inning. The 2-1 pitch hit weakly right side, fielded by Anderson, flipped on to Mendez for the out. First out this inning here
Now batting
in the 6th.
center fielder number
3-1 on the put out. Derek White steps in. White 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out in his last at bat. The line as it sits right now, Mustangs 1 run on 5 hits, 4 errors. That's the name of the game. 4 errors. 4 runners left on base. As the batter push punts it to second, he's going to be on with the base hit. A good push punt by the batter. Roosevelt's throwing 6 runs on 4 hits. 5 hits now. And left 3 on base as Derek White, the push punt, gets by the pitcher, just as it's designed to do. Luis Fernandez with no play on that bunt single.
Left fielder number 1, C.J. Hawley.
C.J. Hawley into the game for Anthony Peebles in the batting lineup, as we haven't seen Hawley here this afternoon. Hawley steps into the box. Ray Hernandez on deck. Derek White at first after the bunt single. 1 out to the bottom of the 6th. 1 already across. Hawley squares the bunt as well. Fouls it back out of play over the screen. Bottom half, sixth inning. Roosevelt 6, Fort Morgan 1. We've got 1 out. No balls, 1 strike. The count on C.J. Hawley. David Mendez, 93 pitches in this baseball game, 53 for strikes. He sets, delivers up at the letters, swung on and missed, strike 2. Hawley behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Anderson holds the runner on at first base. Misael Franco in on the grass at third. Not likely Hawley will bunt or do anything here with 2 strikes. As Mendez sets, throws over, keeps the runner White close. Derek White back easily. Quick-moving baseball game, only an hour and 20 minutes old. Not a whole lot going the Mustangs' way this afternoon as Mendez sets, delivers the 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball down and inside, ball 1. 1-2 now, the count on the batter, C.J. Hawley. Defensively for the Mustangs, things stay the same other than that change where Misael Franco came in at third. Aaron Anderson moved over to first. The 0-2 pitch, he bunts with 2 strikes. It's fair. Throw down in time to first as the sacrifice is executed and the runner moves up 90 feet to second. Not typical, you'll see that in a baseball game with 1 out, but Hawley gets the job done on the bunt attempt.
Number 5, Ray
Coming out of his crouch by Justin Flug, threw on to Anderson in time for the out. The runner moves up to second. 2 outs in this 6th inning as Ray Hernandez steps in. 0 for 2 is Hernandez. He did reach back in his first at-bat on a hit-by-pitch. He takes the first pitch, a good curveball by Mendez for a strike. 0-1 the count on Hernandez. 2 outs, bottom half, 6th inning. Mustangs trail 6-1. Swinging 0-1 is Hernandez. Routine fly ball out to center field as Garver settles in under the baseball, makes the catch. It'll do it for the Rough Riders here in the 6th, but not before a shot. Solo home run to right center field. Roosevelt gets another. They have 6. Fort Morgan 1. You're listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com. Scoreboard says it all here at Roosevelt High School, where Fort Morgan scoring 1 run in the 5th inning. 4 errors. Roosevelt scoring 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, going quietly in the 4th and 5th, and then adding another in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They lead Fort Morgan 6-1. Cole Frisbee re-enters the baseball game as a hitter here for Misael Franco. As Frisbee steps in, Daniel Quintana in control here this afternoon. Has not had to work too hard. His 79th pitch this afternoon is a strike. 52 of 79 pitches in the strike zone as James Martin is on deck. Frisbee takes the breaking ball in the 0-1 pitch inside, ball 1. 1-1 now the count on Cole Frisbee. Frisbee in his last at-bat had a double. And the courtesy runner that came in, or pinch runner that came in for Frisbee, Misael Franco, the only run to score here this afternoon. Frisbee takes the 1-1 pitch for a ball. 2-1 now the count on Cole. James Martin's on deck. 2 up third, Justin Flug, as Daniel Quintana winds up, delivers the 2-1 pitch, misses low and inside, ball 3 to Frisbee. 3-1 now the count on the Mustangs hitter, Cole Frisbee. As Quintana winds up, the right-hander delivers the 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. The count's now full on Cole Frisbee. Frisbee looking to spark some things here for the Mustangs. They need 5 runs in this 7th inning. As Frisbee hits it hard left side, foul ball fielded by the third baseman just in foul territory. Frisbee stays alive. He picks up his baseball bat, steps back in, gets ready to go. 3-2 is the count on Cole Frisbee. Full count pitch on its way. Frisbee swung on and missed, strike 3. First out in this 7th inning. Mustangs only have 2 outs left as James Martin steps in. Martin 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts this afternoon as he looks to get going. Martin's and a couple Mustangs, for that matter, Braden, in a little bit of slump as of late.
Yeah, Martin's being one of them. Frisbee, who just got into one. You and I talked about that earlier today. It's just funny as the Mustangs roll on the high horse, and now in the last couple games, everybody's struggling. Win as a team and lose as a team. Apparently for the Mustangs, you hit as a team.
You always heard good hitting's contagious. Somebody's got to get hot, catch the fever as Martins fouls off the pitch. 0-1, 0-2 the count on James Martins. He's in another quick hole as he takes the 0-2 pitch and fastball well outside. Ball 1. 1-2 the count on James Martins. Justin Flug, the Mustang catcher, on deck. We'll see him for sure. Ulysses Hernandez in the hole if we get there as Martins swinging. Strikes out for the third time this afternoon.
2 out. Not batting.
The Mustangs down to their last out as Justin Flug steps in.
Flug. Insurance connections, whether it's health, life, or dental insurance, or Medicare supplements, see Sharon Kaufman, the Insurance Connection, today.
Justin Flug takes the first pitch for a strike. As he's back quickly in the box, the 0-1 pitch, a curveball, also taken for a strike, and the Mustangs down to their last strike. No balls, 2 strikes, the count on Justin Flug, 2 outs, top half, 7th inning, Mustangs trail by 5. The 0-2 pitch fouled off by Justin as he stays alive. Ulysses Hernandez is on deck if we get there. Mustangs are going to have to turn the page on 2 tough baseball games. Thursday just did not go their way. They didn't beat themselves. They got beat. Today we beat ourselves. We took ourselves out of this ball game in the first 3 innings. Luke fouls the 0-2 pitch off his foot to stay alive. 4 errors in those first 3 innings. And the Mustangs were trailing 5-0 before they ever really got off the bus and woke up. Quintana, long look in, shakes his head, now has the sign. The 0-2 pitch on its way to Justin Flug. Fastball outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count. The Roosevelt crowd wanting that to be the strike in the end of the baseball game, but the Mustangs looking to fight and try to stay alive here. The 1-2 pitch on its way, hit out right side. Second baseman calling for the baseball. The sun and wind creating problems as it lands on the infield dirt. Nowhere close was the second baseman when that ball landed. Should have been the end of the game with a spin goal and Justin Flug not being caught. With second baseman and everybody out chasing that loose ball. Flug tried to stretch it out into second base. The Rough Riders not playing catch themselves there. Throw Flug out, trying to advance to second base, and that'll do it for this baseball game as the Mustangs lose 2 in a row. 6-1 the final. We'll be back to wrap things up. Mustangs baseball, B106, B106.com. Josh Miller, Braden Schneider back here at Roosevelt High School where the Mustangs lose a tough one. Now 2 in a row for the Mustangs. Today's postgame show brought to you by High Plains Bank in Wiggins. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank, 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins today. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. The final lines, not pretty. For the Mustangs, 1 run, 6 hits, 4 errors. 4 runners left on base. For the winning team, the Roosevelt Rough Riders, 6 runs, 5 hits. 4 runners left on base. They did not commit an error. The Mustangs coming back and out-hitting this Roosevelt ball club. But the story of this afternoon, Braden, is the Mustangs got off the bus, lethargic. Some of them we talked about in the pregame, I guess a little under weather, a flu bug going around the ball club may have contributed in some capacity. But when it all adds up, 4 throwing errors in those first 3 innings. The Mustangs just not able to play simple catch as they gave the Roosevelt Rough Riders some runs early, and Mustangs only scoring 1. That was enough.
Yep, you said it right there, Josh. You said simple throwing. It's just uncharacteristic for the Mustangs, beating a dead horse right now, but the Mustangs just have to take care of the little things. They're not doing the simple things, the normal baseball fundamentals. The Mustangs were on their high horse for 7 games in a row until we come to Erie. They flat out beat us there. Come to this game, and you can't beat yourselves going into the postseason. You can't have these bad memories as we're getting ready for districts. You just can't do that right now, and the Mustangs really have to flip a chapter in the book almost, because apparently turning the pages just wasn't enough. Mustangs have to settle down, regroup, find themselves again, come back to the plate, and really have to hit the ball well. Their defense has been solid. There's 4 errors I don't ever expect to see again, as this was just a fluke. But at the plate, we've struggled bad the last couple of days, and even in Sterling, we struggled there until late in the game when we ended up coming back to win that ball game. But even then, that was a little bit of a scare. So the Mustangs really have to take care of business at the plate, in my opinion, right now. Offense is our key issue.
Yeah, day off tomorrow will be big. They're going to have to get back to work Monday, wake the bats up, get ready to go against this same Roosevelt Ball Club on Tuesday. The throwing errors, again, they made weren't in attempts to get outs. It was just simple play catch, and they couldn't do it. The runners move up. 5 of the 6 runs were earned. And Roosevelt would have won the ball game no matter what. But just a better ball club here this afternoon. Much more prepared and ready to go, as the Mustangs need to turn the page, quite frankly. It was a tough week of baseball for the Mustangs. They picked up the win on Tuesday against Erie, but they had to play catch-up. They were down in that baseball game 3-0. Thursday just did not go our way. A much similar showing on Thursday as we saw today, and the final 6-1. Mustangs on a 2-game losing streak. Have to pull it together on Tuesday against Roosevelt, finish the regular season with a win, and then the chips fall as they may for the postseason as the Mustangs look to get hot here with 1 game left to go and carry some momentum into the postseason. As we head towards Tuesday, we'll be back with you Tuesday afternoon, Eddie Underwood Field, 4 o'clock. Both B106 and B106.com. The Mustangs now fall to 13-5 overall, 9-4 in Tri-Valley League play. Roosevelt improves 9-8 overall, 8-5 in Tri-Valley League play. Not much, if anything, shuffles up as far as standings are concerned, but if this Mustang team loses again on Tuesday, they'll lose the tiebreaker and fall down to 3rd in the standings. So a big game for both ball clubs on Tuesday. We'll have that for you, 4 o'clock. And until then, enjoy what's left of your weekend. I'd like to thank our sound engineer, producer, Mustang Baseball, back in the studio, Trent Klemper. I'm Josh Miller for Braden Schneider. Final score, Mustangs 1. Roosevelt wins at 6-1. You've been listening to Mustangs Baseball, B106, B106.com.